Imagine you are managing 100 customers for a SaaS company. And suppose your customers are actively using a product, whereas some are slowly disengaging and some are about to churn. What do you see as a problem over here? The problem is that the warning signals that you should get as a customer success person are hidden across multiple tools. You might have your product usage data setting on Mixpanel, the support tickets on Zendesk, or renewal information in a financial system. And the customer engagement gets tracked by your sales team or marketing team over a CRM. So how do you bring everything together and identify which customer needs attention before it's too late? In this video, I'll show you how to build an AI-powered customer health scoring system using Claude. So here's how it works. When we first of all see that as a customer success person, if we want these data points, then whom to go to. So we have different sources for it. Again, say we might get the customer or the support ticket data from the customer support team like this, or the subscription data from the finance team in this manner, the product usage data from the product team or the tech team in this manner, and say the engagement data in this format. Now, if you see, these are all 4 different data sets that we have with different data points that are being captured. My job as a customer success manager or a team member would be first to understand that what are the aspects that are important for me to get a signal that okay, whether I should pitch an expansion opportunity to a customer or whether I should ensure that they are engaged so that they don't churn. These are the things that I need to look into. So what happens over here is, one, I have created a scoring matrix for product usage, support health, engagement health, and renewal health, where I have in detail mentioned the metrics and the criteria on which I would want the scoring to be done. Now, how do you do this? It's very simple. Understand based on your previous trends, whenever customers have, say, disengaged from your platform, then what are the reasons for it? And based on that, you can give it a scoring. And finally, when we talk about, say, how do we bring all of this together onto Claude to help us in terms of automating this entire scoring activity, compiling all of this data, is one, by understanding how do we engineer the prompt to build that Claude Skill. So what we realized over here as a problem was that for a customer success team that manages 100, 200 customers, it becomes very difficult to analyze or score everything from such multiple data sources. And the only way around this is to automate that entire activity so that the customer success teams can focus on reaching out to customers beforehand, before early warnings comes in, to ensure that they are engaged. So for this prompt specifically, what we have done is that, one, we have started with defining certain objectives or input parameters that includes that what will the role of that skill be. What are the input parameters that will be giving, that includes say these 4 files. Then we are even mentioning that okay, what are the things that we want. So one, we wanted to score, then classify, help us in terms of building a complete dashboard that we can either show to our management or use it ourselves to identify that okay, this is how the overall data looks like and this is what we need to work towards. And apart from that, what we are also adding is a recommendation engine that tells us that okay, if a particular customer is likely to churn, then what are the steps that we can take as a customer success executive. Now, we have defined the parameters at great length over here. What we need to do is we now need to go onto Claude and build that entire Claude skill. So we've done that, and as you can see over here, this is how our Claude skill looks like. Initially, as I mentioned, the input parameters that we are taking include the product usage data, the support ticket data, the subscription data, and the engagement data. Then we are validating and merging all of this data based on the common identifier, which is the customer column in our case. In many cases, so these are say just that sample or test files that we are using, but actual customer data looks more extensive and you need to define every aspect very minutely. So just ensure that when you are defining this particular part of the prompt, it is able to understand exactly what the identifier is. Finally, we calculate say the health score, the renewal score, the engagement score, and we have that entire health status that gets assigned based on the overall score out of 100. Then what we have asked the Claude Skill to do is build that entire executive dashboard, which gives us a complete overview as to how our customers are using the platform and where all they might be facing issues. Also understanding that okay, when we talk about the revenue or the MRR, then what is at risk for us as a company, as a SaaS platform, since we work on a subscription model. Then we are also trying to figure out that okay, using churn risk analysis, that what are the top accounts that are high risk accounts. Finally, we are doing one very interesting thing over here where we are creating a complete playbook That is that for every customer, what is the risk factor, what are the signals that we are getting, and what is the recommended next step that a customer success team member should do. And we are sending this across to Slack to notify all of the customer success members that yeah, these are the action items for you for this particular customer. So you can assign this, say if you're at a manager level and you want to send these Slack notifications to your team, then what you can do is that you can assign customers based on the risk and allocate that to your team members. So this way we have built an end-to-end system that doesn't just analyze things for you, but gives you the recommended next steps and assigns it to the customer success team as well. So how would the output of this look like? What we are doing over here, as you can see, we had initially called that particular skill. It asked us for the input of those 4 files which I had submitted over here. Finally, it built a complete dashboard for me where I'm able to see the exact count of customers, health status wise, how many clients are falling in what bucket, what is the average health score that I'm able to get, what's my total MRR, what is the MRR that's at risk. In terms of, say, just seeing the health score, I can look at that. In terms of seeing the churn risks, I'm able to see that, okay, which are the clients that are at higher risk, what are the risk drivers, and what is the recommended next step that I need to take. For expansion leads or expansion clients, I have exactly that, okay, what is the opportunity? Say, do I need to upgrade them to a premium tier or not? And finally, in terms of charts, we are able to also get that which particular client is at what stage in terms of the engagement. And overall, I'm able to see that, say, with the portfolio of clients that I have, how is the health distribution. For any SaaS company, this becomes a very, very important parameter. Why? Because they need to ensure that the ones in the yellow and red are at the least, because that's how the adoption and that's how, say, the expansion or the word of mouth of your product is going to increase, giving you more traction. Now, once we have these dashboards, these health scores, everything in place, what we are doing is it is building a complete report for us client wise that, okay, this is the recommended next steps and what are the things that need to be done. Finally, it is sending a Slack notification with the exact details. So when I go on to Slack, this is how my output looks like. So as you can see over here, for the accounts where there is a risk, it has highlighted that. It's mentioned that, okay, when is the renewal coming and what needs to be done as an immediate action for this customer. So that is how we are creating this. And finally, same goes for the expansion opportunities. And this is how we have built this entire Claude Skill that does things end-to-end, right from, say, merging different data sets, analyzing them, giving us a complete dashboard, and also helping us in terms of the call to action story. So if you would like this Claude Skill prompt, then please do comment below. And if you're looking for more such videos or more such use cases to be covered when we talk about, say, Claude for GDM or Claude for the entire sales system for your company, then please do subscribe to our channel. And if you found this video helpful, please do like the video as well. And thank you so much for watching this video.